Warriors, if I told you by 2030 your life would be completely different, would you believe me? Would you believe me that this has been planned for a long time? Would you believe me if I said the biggest shift in generational wealth is happening right now? Would you believe me that the richest people in the world made more money during the pandemic, the first 6 months of the pandemic, than they've ever made? You don't have to believe me, Warriors. This information is available for all of you. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. So I'm going to show you a video today around 5G and the potentials of its transformation. And I'm here to tell you that in the next 30 years, your life is going to completely transform. Specifically, the next 20 years by 2030. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you interact, the way you think, the way you communicate, the way you go to school, the job that you have or not going to have within the next 12 months is going to be different. So if you knew the game, you can never be played, Warriors. The battle is the battle of the mind. To protect your mind, your body, your immunity. I'm just here to share information with you, and I'm here to share my narrative and what I think is happening and making the complex simple. Because as you look this way, Warriors, there's a whole other agenda going on this way. As you look at the C word and the pandemic that's keeping you scared, locked into your house, there's something happening right now behind the scenes, moving us from the industrial revolution to industrial to technical into the new fourth industrial revolution. So let's go ahead and watch this video, guys, and I will narrate it as it goes along and share my opinion. Now, it's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's facts. You have the right to make your own decisions. Let's go.
The first thing about 5G is it's an opportunity for transformation.
These technologies will form the world of the future. We cannot afford to be written out of that future.
You have to keep in mind that more or less everything will change.
We as an industry classify 5G as better speeds, lower latency, and the ability to connect to a very large number of devices that are suited for very high-end applications.
Some of the applications that are likely to come from 5G, autonomous driving, developments in the healthcare area, smart cities, manufacturing, energy.
The 4G technology is connecting people. The 5G technology will be connecting objects.
4G technology connects people. The 5G will connect objects. Think about that. What does that mean, Warriors? We are now connected as people. Now things will be connected as objects. When the things are connected as objects and we're connected as people, they're going to make it become one.
When we talk about global connectivity, the relevant measure would be the number of connected devices. If there's roughly 20 billion connected devices today, it's projected globally there will be 50 billion connected devices by the year 2030 alone.
In order to be able to handle all of this traffic, you require a network that is much more flexible, and that's what 5G will bring.
It will be machines talking to machines, IoT or Internet of Things.
In manufacturing, for example, you can monitor much better all of the machinery that is part.
So you hear that narrative a lot in the cryptocurrency space. The Internet of Things.
Of the manufacturing process as well as the logistics.
You can start to predict and anticipate where the defects will happen. And as a result, you can improve the efficiency that can translate into billions of dollars of savings for the industry.
Just imagine a new scenario where everything is connected. Do we need traffic lights? We don't need traffic lights. You just speak and say, I'm going home. The network knows.
So let's stop for a moment. Let's look at the narrative going on right now in America. During the presidential electional debates, right, they were talking about the Green Deal, fracking, Green Deal, fracking. This is driven by the Green Deal, the Paris Agreement, guys. Start to connect the dots. This is where we're heading. You have to get prepared for this, Warriors.
Where your home is. The network knows where all the cars and the traffic is.
The result of that ends up being reduced energy consumption, reduced carbon footprint.
For many years, environmental policy relied on educated guesses and hunches. There wasn't really a very strong evidence base. And so this is where I think technology can help us far outpace what we've been doing in the past.
What 5G will open up is this instrumentation and transportation of data that could really take healthcare to a completely new level. Right now, if someone's having a heart attack, there's no way of sensing that. 5G and beyond will allow the early detection well before you even feel the symptoms.
5G is going to underpin the digital economy in many countries. And that's why it's really important that we get these enabling conditions right.
But I think we have a behavioural issue that we need to address. We spend a lot of time engaged with our devices to the extent that we're looking at how do we actually make people look up when they cross the road.
Did you hear what he just said? We have a behavioral issue of too many people looking at their devices, people not even looking up at the road. But they're going to connect us more with more technology. You're not even going to have to think anymore, warriors. That is scary, taking away the God's consciousness, the right hemisphere of the brain, but we can protect ourselves, warriors. You can invest in the new quantum financial system and bring freedom back to your family, to warriors. This is happening right now as you're looking this way, warriors.
There's one thing about being a smart city. The other challenge is, do you use this technology well? Does it make us happier people? Do we use the city in a better way?
We need to focus on not just the near-term economic benefit for the corporate world, but the societal benefit that 5G will bring.
If you put a VR lab in a school, the students can explore the pyramids of Egypt or even the solar system. But on the continent...
So the narrative right now is the impoverished countries can't even pay their debt anymore. They can't get money out of their country. It's too expensive. We have cryptocurrencies that are going to connect the world, cross-border payments, speed of light, Internet of Things.
There are challenges with even basic internet access today.
A lot of infrastructure in countries is built by governments in order to attract corporate investment. So governments need to decide what are the infrastructure elements they should be encouraging investment in.
So what they're going to be deciding is if you're not moving to green energy as a company, you are not going to get funded.
5G gives us the potential to leapfrog into the next generation of connectivity. And I really hope policymakers, tech entrepreneurs, mobile operators, civil society activists pay real attention to making sure that this era of human history really becomes the generation where we close that gap between the rich and poor parts of the world.
So the great thing about this, warriors, is this may connect us all over the world and bring us together. But you have to know that there is always a bigger picture. There's always a bigger agenda, warriors. And there's the biggest shift in generational wealth happening right now from industrial to technical, warriors. From industrial to technical. And all I want you to do is to listen to the words, because words matter, warriors. You need to protect your family, protect your mind, protect your wealth, protect your body, warriors. Because if you knew the game, you can't be played. If you know the game, you can play the game, warriors. This is very important times right now in history. Right now in history, November 2020 is historical times, and some of you are not going to activate on this, warriors. It is time to activate. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. You can join our private Facebook group by clicking the link down below. You can also join our private Warrior Academy. We teach mind, body, and immunity, how to regain your mind and take control and move you into the right hemisphere of the brain. And I show you how to invest in a new quantum financial system to bring the money back to our warriors. Warriors, rise. Let's go.